Hello everyone and welcome back to Packs and Recreation, and today you see the dragon time, but I actually have a weird one again this time, which is the land station. So Tarkir is so great. Tarkir Dragonstorm is so freaking great. It even comes with a land station, baby. Let's go now. Funny enough, it's not necessarily like it doesn't say Tarkir anywhere, but it was released with Tarkir Dragonstorm. So it's in my head is a Tarkir Dragonstorm land station. So Tarkir is so back at the origins, baby, that we even have the land station. So if you never see me review a land station, there is in the corner. So the land station, when I first reviewed it, and I got a lot of comments about it, I saw, what I had in my heart. So it was gifted to me, as I said in that video, and I had it sitting there for the longest time. And then one day I was like, I just open this in the channel, why not? And I was saying like, well, there's not much point to this. And a lot of people pointed to me that, well, we don't have an LGS close to my house, so this is very useful if I don't have an LGS. And you are 100% correct, and I stand corrected. Now, the main usage for this is actually to get lands. Now, there is a misconception though. And maybe this is a me thing, I guess, but it's true that if you go to an LGS, they have, quotation marks there, they have to give you lands to do your pre-releases, right? So you do your pre-release, as you know, on the play boosters, lands are not a thing. Or they come on very sporadically. You get like the special lands, but the normal lands. So you build your deck and then you ask the store for lands and they will just give you lands. And they don't care because they have so many lands, the same way that they have so many tokens most of the times, that they don't care. They just give them to you. Now, it's true that Wizards also gives them lands. Now, and there is also the fact that, now with play boosters it's more difficult, but, they open so much product that they just have a lot of lands, right? And a lot of people don't want those lands. They just give them to the LGS, like, give them to a newbie or something, right? So that's kind of the vibe. Now, funny enough, my LGS never gave me lands, which is weird, and maybe that's after I saw the comments I was like, we really need to talk about this, I guess, because I never asked now true, when I talked to my LGS they were like, well, you never asked, and I was like, okay. So apparently me and the people that normally play there always brought our lands, like a pack of lands that we have from multiple sets, and we just use them, and the store was like, I guess, and okay, and I guess that's okay. If you don't need them, don't get them. This is like similar to, those starter decks that Wizards gives to the store so that they can gift them to new players so that they learn how to play Magic and they have something to start playing with, one for each color and whatnot. That they are going to do the new ones with Spider-Man themes, and people are already like ravaging all over them, like, oh, Spider-Man cards. It's super funny because Wizards does those decks without any expensive cards in it. Like, they're the most common cards ever, and people still drool all over them. And in the case of Spider-Man, it's just going to be worse because it's a collectible, and it's, it defeats kind of the purpose because it is given to the stores so that the stores give them to people, similar to lands. And I guess that because of that, and because not many of us have LGS close to us, there is land station. So sorry for the rant, but this video is going to be mostly rant because you can assume what this product is going to be about. It's a land station, baby. It's just a bunch of lands. Now, this was released with Tarkir, Dragonstorm. So I called it the Tarkir Dragonstorm land station. But as you can see, the planes are really just anything. And yeah, it's not the most protected Magic the Gathering product. You can see on the reflexes that this box has seen some battle and is actually open. And you may be thinking, well, you are scamming us. This is an unboxing channel and you already unboxed it. It's like, nope, I swear, look at that. That thing just popped off because this thing is so heavy. I don't know if you can listen to it. Listen. This thing is so heavy with a block of cards inside that it just goes boom and opens this thing. And, and this thing is so fragile too. So, it is what it is. Again, no one is going to like Still a land station. Because at least they did the reasonable thing. It's just lands. It's not like lands plus you can get a free random promo. It's like, no. It's just lands. Okay, so like avoid the thing. So again, the arts are by all these beautiful people. So Raul Vitale, Jonas Derro, or Jonas Derro, I don't know, John Park, Chris Ran, and Dimitar Marinsky. Sorry to the 5 of you for butchering your names. This reusable storage box contains 400 basic lands. Magic by Richard Garfield, and that's it. So that's it, people. 400 basic lands, and you can reuse the box, I guess, to store your card, which is not a bad deal. Now, depending on where you get this, the retail price for this is $15. Now, $15 for a box of 400 lands is a lot, or not. It really comes down to, if you do a lot of commander deck building, it's not that much, really, right? I mean, you're gonna use a lot of these anyways. Now, what I feel is a shame, and you will see in a second, there are a couple of interesting things here, and this may be and this is the box. What's in the box? This is the box, right? So it's a normal box. Remember the what was the name? The deck builders toolkits. Well, same but smaller. So that's the box, people. And these are the lands. So 80. No, yeah, 80, right? 80 of each. So 5 times 8, 40. So 400 cards. 80 of each, which sounds like a lot, but it's not that much, trust me. Now, the interesting thing, and we're going to see it in a second as we open the planes. It's funny because it's like, oh, this is lands, and everything is like, blah. And it's funny because this is technically what Magic should be. It's just cardboard. It's just paper, right? It has the value that we want to give it. So, well, it smells awful. It smells like, well, it's difficult. Oh, okay, now it doesn't smell that bad, but yeah, it smells, I mean, it's a lot of cards together, so you can make that when you open a booster, you get a preview of the smell. But when you open a bunch of cards, all the ink together, it smells a lot. And sadly, it's not a good smell. But it goes away after you open after you remove the shrink wrap. So the things, right? So J25. So maybe you can see it there, J25. So this is Jumpstart 2025, which is actually the logo that is there. So to me, is a missed opportunity that, I mean, you buy this for what you buy this, right? But at least they have a difference in art. So you have a good chunk of them. I guess I'm gonna say 20 of each. Well, more than 20. Yeah, this has to be a third of each, right? Yeah, so this is like a base. This is basically like so these are 80. So 30. No, it's more. Well, sorry, my math is awful. And 26, I think. So $27, and I guess 26 again. So okay, not bad. Or 27, this should be. So divided by 3, so three different arts. Not bad. Not crazy good, but not bad. At least they did 3 arts per color, right? So I'm going to open them also so that you see the arts, I guess. I mean, once one is open, right? I mean, it's not like this thing is going to recoup in value. Because, again, it's all cardboard. It all returns to nothing. It all comes shambling down, tumbling down, crumbling down. If you got that reference, leave a comment down below and you will be my blood brother forever. So islands, very default islands. Now again, not saying anything against the art from Jonas or Jonas, but sometimes we need these things. Sometimes we need just like islands that look like islands and plains that look like plains, and you know what I mean. Because either drift is like, oh, those are the cockpits of the. It's like, bro, like I get it. It needs to be visually interesting, but it gets to a point that it's just like, can't we just draw a freaking island? And in this case, it's kind of similar. A lot of times, I know that you have to adjust to the plane and whatnot, but a lot of times it's like, that's not a swamp. Like, you know what I mean? And it's like, well, swamp is more like a state of mind, right? It's like swamp makes more reference to the vibe, to the mana that it gives, than to the actual physical construction. That wasn't like OG Magic. That's not the case anymore. And it's like, well, I get it that when it is a Universes Beyond set or something like that, I get it that people can be like, ooh, it doesn't need to be a swamp. It makes a reference to a swamp. I get that, okay, but sometimes you just want a freaking swamp with a graveyard. That's all you want. So this is great. You know what I mean? This is just on point. And to fill your batteries, this is just what you need. Now, do I miss a deck builder's toolkit? Well, I mean, yes, obviously a deck builder's toolkit. I don't remember if it comes with this many lands. I think so, maybe. Maybe it came with less. I don't remember. But you know what? It's easy to check. And nope. My memory playing tricks on me. So this has 400 lands, and a deck builder's toolkit had 285 cards. So a lot of those were lands, but not that many. So actually 100 basic lands. So 20 per color. So not the same, but at least you got other stuff in here, and the box is bigger. So, this is what it is. It's a basic land station. I get it, people. Don't at me. The first time I was like, well, I don't get this. And to be honest, I didn't get it. Not because I got offered lands at my LGS. It was more because I always played with mine, which really made me very good at the art of sleeving and unsleeving cards, because I had to reuse those lands a lot until I started to, buy bundles and whatnot. And then I started to have a lot of lands. But yeah, I can see the beauty of something like this. And these mountains are kind of biased. Like, two of these are certainly... what's the name of this plane? Amonkhet. So two of the mountains are Amonkhet, which very clearly Amonkhet. I don't know if any of the others I could tell easily where they are. I guess this is Kamiga. Well, maybe. No, this is like a tree thing. I don't know. Kamigawa is also fun because it's like, oh, it's a dark alley swamp. And it's like, sure, why not? I am, again, this is just me trying to defend a little bit the classics, right? And that's kind of what makes interesting the fact that it doesn't say anywhere in the box, Tarkir land station. I call it Tarkir land station because it was released at the same time as Tarkir, but doesn't have dragons anywhere, sadly, right? It would be very freaking cool if it was just dragon lands everywhere, but it's not. And maybe this is a Zendikar, and the reason why I say I call it Tarkir is because it comes with Tarkir, baby. It comes with all the freaking old school magic of Magic the Gathering, right? Like, you get the dragons, you get the land stations, you get everything. So this is just, to me, this is just like the cherry on top, and it's something that doesn't cost anything to Wizards. They labeled it generically. In all honesty, this thing should have been released with Foundations at the end of last year's, to the point that the cards themselves have the Jumpstart 2025, which was released with Foundations. So, it kind of should be a Foundations thing. And I guess this will be on stores for quite a long time because it's a very foundational thing. And, maybe for a lot of people, it will happen what happened to me, which is a family member or something looks at this, picks it up, says it's heavy, it says that it has 400 cards. They go, wow, that's crazy. For $15, amazing. And they gift it to you and you're like, thank you, Lance. And that's one of the things. I am the first advocate in this channel that we should always appreciate the art for the lands, and we should appreciate lands. Think about it. The most expensive cards in this game, since forever, have been lands and mana fixing. So without lands, you can't play Magic the Gathering. Now, I guess someone will link me a video saying like, wanna bet, and it's basically like doing a whole deck without lands because they use mana rocks. But potato, if you use mana rocks, you're basically using lands, right? It's just an lands with extra step. And in my opinion, mana rocks are kind of what is breaking a little bit the game, because if you have too many mana rocks, your deck is immediately broken. Whereas with lands is more difficult because there is a hard rule in the game that says you can only put one land, you can only play one land per turn. Now, even in that case, you have the famous dual lands that are super duper expensive because they have two colors at the same time and no downside, right? So on each set that we get, and we get any land that has dual or triple colors and it kind of has a reasonable downside, boom, immediately super expensive card, right? What did they do with the Cluedo or the Clue for Ravnica or Murders at Karlov Manor? What did they do? They included the shock lands in there because lands are the mana source of Magic, are the spiritual backbone. And sometimes you need to pay tribute. And I think this is pretty cool. You get 400 lands, 20 something of each in 3 different flavors. At least they put different images. I at the beginning I was assuming that it was just like one art per card, but it's basically because they did not. Some of these are repeating artists, so I saw 5 artists and I was like, oh man, it's gonna be one artist per land and that's it. It's like, nope, they're just repeating artists in multiple lands. So that's great, that's good. Obviously it is what it is, and for $15 I think it's okay. I mean, I'm not gonna write home about it, but I think it's okay. If I could make a wish, I will wish for more variety in the designs, or hear me out, do it like a bundle style, right? Like give me 10% of them in foil, or give me some of them in full art, right? Or even if you are listening to this and you're going like, man, no, the point of this is that they are just lands and that's it. Okay, just give me more designs. I mean, that doesn't cost Wizards anything. Maybe they need to pay the artist, but they don't, because they pay the artist right away when they buy the art from them at the beginning, when they commission it. So just give me more art for lands and different arts. And for the love of God, Wizards, I know what you're thinking. Maybe if we do like a deluxe land station that has one, for each color, it has one land from each set of the Story of Magic. I mean, that would be freaking cool. That would be freaking amazing. And you could, for the same kind of thing, you could you could charge a little bit more, just a little bit more, because it will be like, ooh, one land from each set of Magic the Gathering from 30 years of Magic the Gathering. That will be crazy. And lands are the base of this, right? So that will be freaking badass. And yes, there will be some retro frames and whatnot. So instead of 50, make it 30. Make it 30 because it's 30 years of Magic. 30 different, I don't know how many sets, how many land designs, just go hard at it. But it's Wizards. They are not going to make it. Plus this year is 31 years of Magic, but they are not going to make it. And if they did it, it would be like a secret lair or a $200 limited edition thing with randomized cards inside and whatnot. And it's a shame because it's lands. No one cares about lands, right? So, but we should all care. And this type of product is kind of cool. So I think it's good. I think it's okay. But Wizards, hear me out. Free. This is a free one. Just make it like 30 years of Magic, lands from each set, box it up, $30. Come on. I mean, it's still cardboard for you, and it's no value for players except visually. It will be a lot better than whatever the hell that 30th anniversary thing was. So that's my idea. I don't know. Let me know what you think about this down below. Let me Let me know if you will buy this, if you have one of these, or if you just saw it and you're like, I need one of these. Or if you're like me and you never asked your LGS, maybe because you didn't need it, or you were, you were like timid, or like just being like, I don't know if I should ask. Apparently, yes, you need to ask, and yes, they should give them to you. It's part of the pre-release. It's cool, right? So let me know down below what you think, and thumbs up, all those things, like, subscribe, and I will see you next time on your favorite channel, which is this one, by the way. Is this one? Don't go away. Packs and Recreation. Bye.